Yo, what's up, guys? So today I was just scrolling on YouTube trying to find something to watch, and I found this, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then I saw who posted it, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be a complete shit show. And turns out I was right. Um, I didn't watch the full thing, but I got to, I think, the third character they showed, and I was like, yeah, this list is fucking trash. So I thought, let's see if this list is complete garbage, and in the perspective of maybe like a red rank, or what. And I'm not trying to sound like an elitist, but I'm trying to say objectively which characters are strong, because obviously there's some really weak characters and some really strong characters.
Mojoplays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Akuma,
To start off,
Tekken 7.
yes, Akuma should be honestly higher, but you could just leave him here because obviously the older Tekken games were also broken as fuck. But I do have to say, for one thing, this is kind of a thing throughout the entire video. This something that kind of bothers me personally is how they don't really show any gameplay showing anything broken. It's just the guy here doing combos on bots. Which, for example, the older games, that's fine, and even I guess you could do it here, but he's not exactly showcasing what makes them broken. I wish there was more of an explanation, but yeah.
7.
Let's see what let's see what his reasoning is.
Put Akuma into any video game, and he is generally going to be a tough opponent, regardless of who is behind the controller.
This is true. This guy is so fucking annoying to deal with in Street Fighter 6 as well.
Thing is that in Tekken 7, even after several patches and adjustments, Akuma is still busted. Let us put it this way. You cannot plug in Street Fighter mechanics and expect it to mesh with every other character that is stuck to Tekken's mechanics.
You kind of can. What do I mean by that? Think of Eliza. I'm not saying that should be that 2D characters should exist. I'm just saying you sort of can without making them broken. Eliza's best thing about her is the fact nobody knows the matchup. Me included for the most part. She's not, although overall, once you catch you start understanding, she's easily by far the weakest out of all the 2Ds. She's not all that strong. Or she's definitely not weak, but you know.
A lot of moves in his toolkit just don't give the roster many opportunities to counter him. But, what else would you expect from the great demon?
Okay, so again, he didn't explain anything. I'm just gonna explain really quickly. I even made a video on this if you guys want to watch that, explaining why he's probably the easiest character to rank up in Tekken 7. For one, you don't need any combos with him. You just need down three, down four, down four two if you want to mix that up. His invincible, I forget what the button, like I know the inputs are, I just forget the name. The uppercut though, and the fireballs, and his jump moves as well. I could add in there. Really easy character to rank up, but to actually master, probably the hardest in the entire game. Maybe in all of Tekken.
Jun Kazama.
I already disagree. Yes, she's extremely strong. She has been. She was kind of a sleeper character throughout the second half of season one. A lot of people. There was one YouTuber. I don't know who it was. It might have been Anakin. But correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been Anakin. I could be wrong. But somebody said that if you lose to her, you're just shit. And that's always been in my head because this character has always been strong. Season two, they obviously buffed her a lot as well, and then they nerfed her a bit, but I don't know any of the specific nerfs. This character has insane damage, a lot of moves that just completely crush everything. Um, her heat smash, especially at the start, was a nightmare to deal with. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a full screen heat smash after the first hit. Really strong character overall. Um, and she's actually to me just a much stronger Asuka, and obviously she has can too, so that makes her even more annoying to deal with. She also has some great parries. And but yeah, although admittedly I can't go too into detail. She was one of the characters I think there was 13 characters or so in season one that I did just not play really. I may have like messed around with them a little bit, but I didn't play them in ranked to say how easy or hard she was. So I'll say this: I don't know her difficulty level. But yeah,
Tekken 8. Tekken 8 launched, folks started noticing the larger number of Jun players on display. display. While some
This is true. There was a lot, especially on launch.
simply think she's just getting picked on, others are showing super analytical clips of her strengths.
I gotta also say she shouldn't be on this list, especially when characters like Yoshi, Nina, and Dragunov are in season one. Like, if you compare, since this video is doing an all-time thing, you could put them in their specific times. So you could put um Dragunov at the very start and Nina and Yoshi at the end, or you could also do the Bears maybe, or um, what's it called? I don't know. There's a lot that you could do. Especially Anna, for example, right now is so fucking annoying to deal with. She's kind of the reason why I haven't been playing Tekken 8 because there's too many Annas and she's just a nightmare to deal with. I said I don't want her back in season two. I mean, obviously, I'm not the voice of the people, but I'm saying in my opinion, I didn't want her back. And unfortunately, they brought her back and they made her 10 times worse. I don't give a shit that she uses a bazooka. They could balance that. It's the fact that she's not balanced, and it just makes it a nightmare to fight against.
Wait, the
Here, let's
example
skip on to the next one.
opponent as well. It's bad right now.
This is the one here that made me like, what the fuck is going on with this list? This is the reason I want to make this video. Eddie and Christy are not broken at all, in my opinion, only unless you're counting Tag 2. Obviously, if you count Tag 2, they completely killed online because everybody just switches to them when they lose, or, people just double capos are just awful to fight against. However, this has various. This isn't in a specific game, so they're saying that all throughout the entire Tekken, they have always been broken. This is wrong. Usually they're shit. Season one, Eddie was the worst character, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say he's probably the worst character. He's really, really bad. Um, Season two, Eddie, I'm not too sure about. I'm assuming they didn't buff him much, but I don't know what they changed. Um, Let me see. Tekken 7, Eddie was probably bottom 10. Um, Christy and Eddie and Tekken 5, they were also not that they were fine. Well, actually, let me not lie. I don't know actually much about Tekken 6, Eddie and Christy. I actually haven't kept up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't want to say shit I don't know. Um, and obviously Tekken 3, it's not like he was broken, but people just don't know shit. I mean, he was the 3+4 god, right? You just 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4. So people think Eddie is broken because they don't really know the matchup. I will say his most annoying iteration of fight besides Tag 2 to me is Tekken 7, which is also my favorite version of him. But it is a little bit annoying with some characters. For example, Kazuya, he just can't punish him, launch punish, and well, maybe he can, but I actually haven't labbed him delaying it. But I remember his twin pistons don't reach and stuff. And anyways, let's see why they say that Eddie and Christy are broken.
Eddie and Christy are super tricky characters to learn and fight against.
That's not true. Eddie's pretty easy to learn.
Hey, the beauty of capoeira is no easy martial art, but Eddie and Christy
Oh yeah, Cupwood is one of the best fighting styles. Sorry for the pauses.
have been the point of contention for so many Tekken fans as their moves can change their positioning, their hitboxes, the whole 9 yards. Suddenly, the game is no longer about inputting combos and stringing them together to maximize damage. Now, it's trying to predict how to pop Eddie and Christy back up and figure out how to start a good combo with a low attack. In a sense, fighting them is almost no different than struggling with a Rubik's Cube.
All right, they're not that bad. They're definitely annoying, but they're not that bad. Even in Tekken 4, he wasn't really great. They've been top tier once in their life, and pros don't even put them in top tier. I think they're top tier for everybody. And even Yanding, like except maybe pros, but even Yanding actually won a pretty big tournament, or I don't know if it was how big of a tournament it was, but he did beat like I think it was a 5v5 or something like that of players.
On the stance switch and evens it up 2 rounds apiece. Final round. Oh, that hurt. Looks like Jodung's not afraid to use some tricks right now. He went for a back step right there. Oh, Rodeo beat it out. Nice, okay. Oh! Oh,
Holy shit, they have fucking evaporated the
it!
audio. Holy fucking shit. That is insane. But yes, like I was saying, Yanding just whooped everybody here. Um almost. Yeah, starting here, he beats everybody. Alright, back to the video. Jin Kazama and
Tekken
Tekken
4.
4. Yeah. Um Jin could definitely work for there definitely should be in the top.
Tekken 4 was
Alright, but this is what I'm saying. You can't like they show
Kazama.
gameplay, but they don't really show
Tekken
what's
4.
wrong with him, for example. You see, he's doing a full charge laser scraper. The just frame laser scraper is what matters, not the full charge. The full charge wasn't getting anybody. This was an unblockable. I'm pretty sure it's actually misrepresented. I'm pretty sure I saw it in a video. I'm pretty sure it's actually sidesteppable pretty easily, but correct me if I'm wrong. But Jin in Tekken 4 was still very, very strong. But this was his main tool that made him really, really powerful. And why, like, for example, you look at tournaments and you just see Jin versus Jin, Jin versus Jin. Maybe you'll see a Steve because Steve was also incredibly broken in this game, but
Tekken 4 was already a frustrating game to deal with. With some stages having inclines, there were some situations where mids became highs and lows became mids. It just agitated a lot of folks, but not as badly as Jin did on his own. First off, he was the only character to have an unblockable. Laser Scraper enraged so many
okay,
players.
they actually
Second,
do show it,
he
so I
was the only
apologize. That's
character
great.
to have a parry. And lastly, a simple 2-4 was guaranteed to hit almost every single time. We get that he's supposed to be the
Yeah, Jin. This is good. Jin, Akuma, both should be on here. June and Eddie definitely not. Eddie, never. Except, unless you're counting Tag 2, he will never ever be a top tier. I don't believe. I highly,
Bob,
highly doubt.
Tekken 6.
Yes, Bob should be here. Amazing 12 frame punish. Incredible like hit confirm moves. Um, really good evasion. Better than any Mishima in this game because every Mishima was dog shit except maybe I think Devil Jin was pretty strong still, but he wasn't the top tier. Yeah, well, I think he was probably like an A tier, but he wasn't the absolute best. He wasn't a Bob
Normally,
or
your
Lars.
bigger characters are the heavy hitters with a trade off of being slower than the rest of the cast. Not for Bob. Bob was a heavy hitter with enough speed to be a total powerhouse. Between the basic combos that dealt way too much damage and many of them being safe on block, Big Bobby could ram through just about everybody. It got so bad that competitions would be plagued with Bob mains entirely.
That's true. I think it was 4 out of 8 Bobs in a major tournament back in Tekken 6, or it might have been 6. No. I think 6 was Leroy's, which I'm assuming he will get into. So yeah, there was 4 out of 8 Bobs, which is still insane. But yeah.
Never before has the word "you" struck fear into so many people.
This is also a wrong pick in my opinion. Okay, so yes, he's got some cheesy shit, and people don't like it because highs and even mids kind of just go through him. But the thing is, his reach is awful, and also he's not a serious character. He's kind of shit, right? He has incredible range issues. He's not really that strong. He's probably one of the worst characters in the game. He's just a troll character, basically. He's like Doctor B. You don't really um see anybody playing him to like play serious, right? You're gonna play if you want to play serious, you're gonna play Ancient Ogre or Jin or something like that. You're not gonna go with fucking Gone, you know?
If you're familiar with the complaints regarding Yoda when Soul Calibur 4 launched, then the story of Gon should be somewhat familiar to you. As a licensed guest character, Gon was simply put into Tekken 3 as a joke. However, playing him in a match that wasn't Tekken Ball would show how busted he truly was.
I guess you could say this is matchup specific because if some characters just have shit lows, then I mean, yeah, maybe, but
While most of the cast was now restricted to lows and overheads, Gon could get up in your business, nibble you down to half of your health, and kill you with a fart. It was funny at first, but when you're trying to actually play the game, it becomes a different feeling. Anger? Maybe.
correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think anybody has ever picked Gon in a tournament, like like and made it far.
Leroy,
Yes,
Tekken 7.
Leroy was incredible on release. He had everything: great lows, great pokes, great amazing parry. The cane move, which obviously it was a one-time thing, but it was still awesome, right? You know, it was great. Leroy has a good design. The issue is just how badly balanced he was on release. And I actually deleted Tekken 7 for a while. I came back when he released, and I deleted it again because it was just him on ranked. And I just kept raging and raging and raging. Um, but yeah, this was a while ago, but still, really strong damage too.
This old man, he played cheese. He exploited low frames on my knees with a knick-knack, paddywhack, counter hit, and parry. This old man nearly killed Tekken 7. I know it doesn't rhyme, but you kind of get
That was definitely something.
the gist here. Leroy was warmly welcomed and quickly booted out the second he dropped in.
This is what my issue is. You guys see this gameplay, and I'm not trying to shit all over the guy playing, but it's like y- if you don't really show anything, like you don't. I'm not trying to sound like complete elitist, but it's like people want to see what makes them so strong. They don't want to see you do a launcher and then just whiff a power crush. You know.
To the game. Not only
I
was
think
he
maybe
super
that's why there's 57 dislikes, but I don't know.
easy to use, Leroy had a few of the
His
best
damage is
qualities of every character
crazy back then,
he
though. Although
used:
this is double
tracking,
damage,
counter
obviously.
hits, and reversals. Around punishing and required, he was
Just go to the next one. This is an obvious one. Don't even got to talk about it much. Tekken 5 Steve should be higher. It's probably in the top three, top two.
of all the characters on Tekken 5's roster. We
You know, I'm not even gonna talk about this one. This one's obvious. He has an infinite, and it's not hard to hit. It's just not.
becomes funny. King, Tekken.
Yes, this is definitely this could be number one. However, and correct me if I'm wrong. Um, Armor King actually has the exact same plus 93 on block move, and if that is true, then Armor King is technically better than King, I would say. Due to his other tools. If I'm correct on that, somebody correct me. I'm sorry. I know my knowledge on the older games isn't exactly perfect, but if this is true, somebody let me know. Armor King might be the best character in this game, if so. Incredibly broken character.
It's hard to imagine anyone besides Heihachi being truly broken in the first game. You don't always hit the right
Heihachi
balance
was
in the
broken.
first game, you know? But King has long been known to be a menace here. And the funny thing is that it isn't because of his throws. No, the three words every veteran Tekken 1 player fears are down forward 1. This simple punch lets King recover quickly on hit, and when blocked, it still manages to stagger the opponent, leaving them open long enough for a follow-up attack. Just keep spamming this if you don't want friends anymore.
This is true. Keep spamming that if you don't want friends. That's probably the most broken move in history. Yeah.
And lastly, Kazuya Mishima, Tekken
Yes.
2.
Except he's playing Devil, which is a different character. They could have said Devil. You could say Devil. You could say Heihachi. You could say um Kazuya. It doesn't really matter. All the
We
Mishinos in this
understand
game
that
are broken as fuck. Literally all of them.
fighting games were built differently in the 90s. Bosses were meant to be hard.
They have insane damage. It could just fucking instant kill you basically. But you know what? Here, enough of this video. I just wanted to quickly point out. this video is a lot better. It's also not perfect, so don't get that confused. But for example, they have a lot more accurate picks. For example, before I even go to that video, they're missing characters like oh my god, my mind just faded. Obviously, they can't fit everybody, but Fakirmom on release was so broken he was banned in Pakistan tournaments. Um, obviously, you could put Kazi and Heihachi as well for Tekken 2, or Heihachi for Tekken 1. Obviously, they can't fit everybody, but just a couple, things. Jin and Ancient Ogre could also go there. Um, Tag 1, Devil. Obviously, Prototype. No, I'm kidding. No, Prototype Jack is garbage. But Devil. Um, Jin with his mid electric for some reason. Like, what the fuck is that? You know, yeah, there's a lot of options. Nina's great as well in Tekken 5. Geese, Julia, both in Tekken 7, absolutely amazing. But yeah, let's see who these guys picked. I've already watched this video a long time ago, but I'm just gonna scroll through. Correct, like these are good picks. Tekken 7 Akuma, yes. Tekken 6 Lars, yes. Kazi and Tekken 2, yes. Tekken 1 Heihachi, also correct. I guess there's no real correct top 10, but you know what I mean. Tekken 6 Bob, yes. Tekken Tag Jin, yes. Tekken 1 King. Mm-hmm. Yep. Tekken 3 Ogre, yep. And Tekken 4 Jin. Like this is obviously a safer list, I'd say. This is just maybe like what they just see online, but at the same time, it's kind of true because, like I said, June she was never even top one in Tekken 8. Honestly, she was definitely strong, but she was never top one. Eddie, definitely not. I mean, he cannot be the best if he's shit in every game except Tag 2, and even in Tag 2, actually, he wasn't top tier. They're at least not top like three. I'd say that probably it's kind of difficult, but I'd say probably Kazuya, and Heihachi definitely were super strong in that game, and you could put a couple characters like Bob and Lars were still strong from Tekken 6, but I think that you could also make a case for argument or argument for Armor King being super. I don't know if I'd put him at the very top, but Armor King is paired quite often with all the Mishimas. He works really well with them. So yeah, Devil Jin as well. And also Tekken 5 Devil Jin should have been mentioned. That guy is a god. But yeah, I just want to make a video on this. Uh, and I'm not saying to go shit on the video. I'll give it a like, but I definitely have to disagree here. Um, and you know what? Now I'm gonna go to bed because it's almost 3 in the morning and I gotta be up at 7. Um, we gotta go get some stuff done, right? So, well, hopefully, if you guys like this video and stuff like that, I mean, just give it a like and sub if you want. I mean, I just do this shit for fun, right? But um, I do have a pretty big video coming up soon. It's not big as in like super informational. It's just a joke video. It's just what I'm just fucking around, just what your main says about you or whatever. But instead of doing Tekken 8, I'm doing every character ever. So I'm just let me let me know if you guys want to see that. I mean, I've been working kind of hard on it, but harder than at least my other videos. But yeah, this probably won't be um common anymore. Like reaction videos, I've done it like two or three, I believe, maybe at most. Unless you count my talking about Falcon Mom and Armor King reveal trailers. But yeah, I overall I don't really like to do just reactions, mainly because obviously, like I like to talk about this stuff, but I don't want to make my content focused on this. Because admittedly, it is probably the laziest form of content, right? Um, although I think every once in a while, like now, it's okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys. Have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon, whatever. Goodbye.